Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, episode 15 for the Fat Hobbits RimWorld, a journey to the stars. Apparently, everybody hates Sam. So I rewatched the last episode. It looks like everybody hates Sam, so we have to deal with this. And we have to continue Helm Steep. So let's get into the game. Nothing has much changed. It's been 2 weeks since we touched the game because a lot of World of Warcraft happened and a lot of Final Fantasy will happen, so we will have 3 quick episodes today, tomorrow and on Monday, and then we will have another few days and weeks of different content, so we have to prepare a few episodes. So let's look into here. We are preparing more food over here because this is looking... It's not looking low. It's not looking low, really, but I'd like to have better stuff. So let's get into advanced fabrications, right? Gunlink, who needs a gunlink? Let's see, gene processor. We do have biosculpting, advanced fabrication. Okay, are we getting... We are actually starting with this. So can we uninstall this? We should be able to uninstall. So let's reinstall this here for now because it looks like we can't seem to touch the wall lamp. Well, no, you know what? Let's stop this. Who needs the first bioregeneration? Gilrain. Let's look at Gilrain. She has a torso, she has a wooden left foot. We need to change that out. We now can do bionic stuff. So she will receive a bionic leg. So let's prepare one, but we need a fabrication bench for this. We do not have one. We can't make a bionic, let's see, prosthetics. That's only prosthetic stuff. So that's not great. So we need to expand this thing a little bit. We have this room right here, but we need advanced... We need advanced machinings for this, yeah? We have a nutrient buffer, nutrient, okay. Nutrient solution fermented process raw food in fermentation tank. And to obtain nutrient solution dispenser. Hydroponic cultivation system. Oh, okay. Hydroponic cultivation system. This is a mod that we installed that I really have not delved into much. Let's see. What are my people doing? What's with Rosie? Right, we need to super heal Rosie. So once she's able to move again, is she able to move again? She cannot walk. Why can't she walk? Blindness and dementia should all be good. Right leg is very painful. Do we have a healer serum? We do have a healer serum, but we want to get her into the biosculptor first to remove all of the bad stuff. So Rosie needs to go in there pretty quickly. Let's look into Galadriel. Galadriel really doesn't need to go in there, however Eowyn needs to go in there. Eowyn is healing though. Can she go in there? Bioregeneration, let's see. Medic cycle, bioregeneration cycle. Well, let's wait for Eowyn to heal as well. Sauron, are you building stuff? Yes, Sauron is building stuff. Does Sauron need to go in? Yes, he should go in because his leg is a little bit hurtful. Let's look into Legolas. Legolas, no, we have a prosthetic leg over here, so we need to increase the prosthetic leg. Why is your... Oh, it's because your consciousness is enhanced, Faramir. Samwise, no. Left, no. Leowen, learning assistant, Gilrain. So Gilrain needs to go in there. He has a shattered nose. So Gimli can go in there. So please go into there for bioregeneration. Confirm this. Sauron, please go in there for whatever this is. Alright. These two have food, so let's get them in. As a reminder, these are massively overpowered because I think they should be massively overpowered. because the regular bioregeneration takes way too long in my opinion. So let's have them be in there. Okie dokie. Do we have any quests that need attention? Do we have any quests that need attention? No, not really. Yep, no quest that really needs attention. Defense is doing great. Is that a wild creature? That is a wild creature. Let's look at animals. We have one Thrombo only. Lots of critters on the field, but nothing truly scary. So that's cool. Is Ballin on construction duty? Ballin is currently not on construction duty. Let's kick Ballin to construction duty, so that Ballin can do a few things. Because we need an escape route over here, correct? I remember this. I remember this. Right, I don't want Ballin to do this, actually. I actually don't want Ballin to do this. Yeah, right, Ballin, you should not do that, actually. Someone is reading, that's pretty cool. We're getting a few more here. We have a little bit more here. The main problem is we have too much insect food. Yeah, right, we have too much insect food. Sauron and Gimli are healing though, which is really nice. Rosie is actually on the move, so please get in for your bioregeneration. Get in for your bioregeneration, please. There we go. And Eowyn is still on healing duty. Let's see, how long is she on healing duty? She should be back pretty soon, honestly. Because she has a painful gunshot wound. That's not as nice. And we want to get the age down of everybody to around 25 as well. Now Eowyn is fully healed, right? You can immediately go into your biotank. Right, you can immediately go into your biotank. Wonderful. That's pretty good. Now, let's look at it. Our Husky. Our Husky is on hauling duty as well. I kind of want to close this down and use this for something. Kind of want to use this for something. No idea though. I kind of want to use this for something. We could technically triple wall everything here and expand our housing over here. So that might not be a bad thing actually. That would yield us at least 4 more rooms, maybe even 6. So we could definitely increase over there. What we do not have, we do have a prison. The prison is just very bad and I need to have a better designed one. I kinda should have put a prison over here somewhere and separate cells as well. So Sauron completed his healing cycle. Sauron, however, fill your biosculptor please. And Gimli, can you fill your... No, Gimli is actually filling. Sauron is building a wood bridge. Nutrition not loaded, nutrition not loaded. So, let's have Oh, Sauron cannot do the hauling, correct. Growth moment for Oron. Ho ho! We can choose 3 skills. That's pretty cool. He already has cooking plants and animals. So we could give him mining. We could give him social and shooting. And he is... Quick sleeper is pretty cool. Wimp is not. Trigger happy is not cool. Optimist, a permanent mood effect is pretty nice. Delicate. Let's make him permanently positively mooded. I think that's a cool thing, but now he has 6 cool skills, but she's 10, so there will be another round of learning for Sorwin. And Sorwin now, let's look at it. Sorwin, skills. No, Sorwin is not great, so who did we get? Am I blind? We had a growth moment. Or Oren? Ah, we did not do it. Okay. We did actually not do it. So Oren will get it. So now Oren. Bam. Let's look at Oren. Oren is pretty brutal. Can do nothing specifically well. But he has 6 interests. This is really, really strong. And he will have another growth available to him. He's now a jogging optimist. This is super strong. Super duper duper strong. So Gimli is hauling more to Biosculptor. Alright. Can you clean the laboratory, please? Very good. Sauron. I want... You know what? I don't want your age reversed, honestly. I don't want your age reversed. Gimli, however, you need to reverse your age a little bit. Because you are on 83, 38, and I need you to be 28. So, go into a age reversal cycle, please. Alright, well done. Sauron is doing things. He's 30 years of age, so that's totally fine for me. What are you doing? You have some recreation. You're sleeping currently, okay. So Rosie's process is still doing things. Our grid access is a problem. We're draining. Our grid access is a huge problem. Right, our grid access is actually a huge problem. So let's haul these things. Let's haul these things. Let's open up this right here. Open up this right here. We need to get our line over there. We have energy problems. We have energy problems. We need to definitely do that pretty quickly. These need a lot of power. So these need a lot of power, actually. Alrighty. So Rosie is completely healed. Rosie is completely healed. Let's look at it. But she still has dementia and she has a few other things. So we still need to heal a few more things of there. Alrighty. So Sauron's box is fine. Gimli's box is still doing things. However, it is... What's the problem? It's... Oh, he's on... That's just orange on general. Okay, so that's just orange on general. So, Sauron, what are you doing? You're building limestone. Rosie is on building duty. Rosie is on building duty. That's interesting. So Rosie is on building duty. Let's see. That should mean... Yep, Rosie is on building duty actually, but she should not do building because she's terrible at it. Let's just have Sauron do it. Let's just have Sauron do it. Eowyn completed her cycle, which is nice, but she still needs an age reversal cycle. But we need to consider the grid access for a moment. Okay, Sauron has now done this. Now he's deconstructing the wall. I want to have this. A ship is passing nearby. Samwise, will you please call the ship? We need to trade a few things. Let's see. What else do they have? They have yaks. Nothing over here. We could get rid of a little bit of kibble. They do have meat. Alpha beaver meat. We have never seen an alpha beaver. Let's look at it. We have human leather over there. We don't want any of this human leather. So they can't fuck off. We have yayo to sell. We have a little bit of wake up to sell. Let's see, a little bit of goat juice, sure. Everything else looks mighty fine. Sell 4 of the beer. We have an architect arm. That's pretty cool. We have an architect arm. We need to see if somebody needs an architect arm. Good worker gloves can go. Let's see. This is excellent, excellent, good. Good can go. Why do we have normal stuff? Is somebody on crafting duty? Somebody on crafting duty that should not be on crafting duty? Let's see. We want to have a little bit of the meat. And I want to take the rest as money. Who's on crafting duty? Taylor. Rosie is on crafting duty. She should not do this. She can be a crafter. You know what? She can actually do all of these things. But these bills need to be reserved. The small pack doesn't matter, I think. But this is locked to Sauron, 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 locked to Sauron. So technically it should be locked to Sauron and nothing should actually happen here. Yet we had some things that are not locked to Sauron. Molotov doesn't matter. Sauron doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Of the tools doesn't matter. None of this matters. Shrek Mechanoid doesn't matter as well. Everything here doesn't make any sense as well. So I don't know why we had these things. But she definitely can be on duty. Let's look at Rosie a little bit closer actually. Because we have not have her done anything. Sure, you can hunt. You are a really good miner. Research, but you will become a cleaner. You are a primary cleaner together with Gilrain. However, we can have you, honestly, on crafting duty and all of that stuff, but you're really good at mining. You're a digger. Do you have any tools? You do have any tools. No, you do not have any tools. So, we do not have a drill for you. We do not have a drill, so... Oh, you don't have a weapon as well. We have actually not equipped you so far. And you would like to be a melee fighter, actually. Interesting. So you would actually like to be a melee fighter. That's interesting. So we'll make you a drill. So that means Rosie will join our Gimli, Balrog and Arwen. Yep, we'll join Gimli, Balrog and Arwen as our melee troopers. Gilrain has a gun already. Everybody else has a gun. Okay. Everybody else has a gun, so that's nice. Now we need you to be a melee fighter, Rosie. So we need to make you a rock drill. We need to make you a warhammer. Let's see, warhammer. Let's see, warhammer. I am missing more melee weapons. This is one of the mods that I currently do not have. I am missing melee weapons. Because if we look into here, we do not really have a mod for melee weapons. I haven't found any, that is. So we'll make you a warhammer. We'll make you a warhammer. And we'll make you a heater shield. Right, we'll make you a warhammer and we'll make you a heater shield. Let's look into your clothing style. Let's look into your clothes. Oh, we need to convert Gilrain as well. We need to convert Gilrain as well. She's really old, so that is definitely something we need to take care of. And she's a pigskin as well. You actually are lovely as a researcher, so you can do this right here. You will be off smithing, you will be off warden, you will be an animal handler, you will be a hunter, you can be a cook, honestly. Yeah, you can honestly become a cook, but we don't need you as a cook currently. We have 4 cooks. Yeah, we have 4 cooks, so we don't need you as a cook currently. Childcare, you will not do any childcare. Okay, everything is managed for now. Galadriel, why is this actually such a high number? Okay. So, This looks pretty good. Relevant skills 7. 7, 7. Okay. You know what? Let's take this off here. Let's take this off. Let's keep you on craft. Art? Sure, you can go off art. Leowin is on art, sure. You can be off art, really? You can be off childcare. You can be off doctor. Balin is a doctor. 4, 4, 3, 3. Let's have Legolas be off doctor. Alright. That looks about right now. Okay, we done our management. Okay, we have done our management. Now we need Sauron to come back home. He's deconstructing the wall, which is just as intended. Alright. And now we get our power and our hidden conduit over here, and we now build a hidden conduit outside of the zone. Okay, Gollum is a inspired tamer. However, Gollum has absolutely no skills. And animal, you know what? It's actually not that bad. Absolutely not that bad. Antioch has restocked. We have an architect arm. We have an architect arm. So who needs an arm? Let's look at it. Who needs an arm? We have a arm that is an architect. Nobody really needs an arm. We have an architect arm over here. Nobody needs it really. We could give it to Sauron, so Sauron would be massively improved. Shall we modify Sauron? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna heal the dementia pretty soon. Once Rosie is off of dementia, we'll get her back into her tank and begin her healing process. Eowyn, however, you can go into age reversal cycle, please. We're currently on bonus energy, so we are getting more energy. What I want to build, I want to build a new battery center, because currently we lack a bit of power once we are doing some energy stuff. Hootie. Hootie. Salwen, why are you here? You should not be here. Zone. Clear home area. Clear home here. Clear home here. You should not be out there. You should not be over here. You should not be over here. You should not be over here. That's about right. You should not be over there. You should not be over there. Right. Alrighty, so let's see. Rosie is no longer confused, so please get into bioregeneration. Get into bioregeneration, please. There you go. Alrighty, she took 2 Glitherworld medicine and she is doing stuff. Pretty nice. Alrighty, how's the Psychoid? Psychoid doing well. Blake is not doing particularly well, honestly. Psychoid T does not seem to have a shelf life. Psychoid T does not seem to have a shelf life. So we could get Psychoid T out of there, as well as Yayo. So we could get Psychoid T more into here, honestly. Sauron has created a backpack masterwork, but we now can get this back. Hello, my dear fox. we can get this back because now we have a power conduit over there. We can deconstruct this little shebang. And we have a mad raccoon attacking us. Lots of them. We have lots of mad raccoons attacking us. So Legolas, you're currently walking outside. I can't have that. So you're walking outside. Balin is walking outside, so we can't have that. Balrog is walking outside. Can't have that. We have created a plain whatever. That's fine. Sauron is coming in. We can't have you do stuff as well, Sauron. So Leowyn, you guys can gather. Solwyn, don't come in here, please. Solwyn, get home. We have mad raccoons following us. Leowyn, please. Samwise, please, get back. Oh shit, we have Auron. Guys, forward. Auron is having a problem. Okay, we made it. Cougar is doing things. Is that good? I think that's good. I think that's good. Yep, I think that's good. That was a little terrible. But sure, let's get power over there. Because we need to have ourselves an additional generator. Advanced fabrication, wonderful. We have an advanced fabrication now. Now we need a vitals monitor, please. I want to upgrade our medical solution. Space is already occupied. Okay, so power. Let's get power over there. We already have taken power over there, but I wanted to take power over here. So, let's see. Let's take power over here, power over here, power over here. Let's take power over there and power over there. So for now, let's cut these plants over there. Let's cut these plants. Let's cut these plants. That should be good. Wonderful. Because we are actually lacking power. That's our current big issue. We are lacking power. So, we now technically have a second entrance for the enemy to enter, but this should be a triple door and they should technically ignore it. Let's see if that will actually work out. Okay, drug laboratory, however, is done. Cooking space is done. What's not done is this over there. We are lacking wool. We're lacking wool. Lots and lots of wool. Let's look into animals. Man auto slaughter. Currently, we have a few male adults, few female adults. So animals are not going up really. So there is the possibility of us into getting a second animal, ideally a muffalo. Because currently the alpacas are not really doing something. They're not reproducing much. We don't have that great of a space here, let's be fair. Our space is not that great. But we could get into a second animal. Rosie is back on her feet. Fill your biosculptor, please. Fill your biosculptor, please. And get in for bioregeneration, so your leg is healed. There we go. Gimli is out of it, so he is now 10 years younger, which is nice. Now, is any slot open for Gilrain? No. No slot is open for Gilrain, so we have to wait 60 days for the slots to be open, or we can make a few more sculptors. And then we have Gilrain back in age, because Gilrain is 68 in age, and that is a little bit high, and we want to get her down back to 25, 28, 30. Currently, we are definitely lacking stuff to improve our couch situation. Let's look at food. Food is not great. We have fine veggie meals. We're getting carnivorous meals, but we are very much not getting any meat currently. Human offering skipped. We have no human offering because we have Gil Rain who needs to be converted. So let's begin a conversion ritual of Gil Rain and everybody will participate. The possibility of this conversion ritual, if it's a masterful ritual, Gil Rain will be fully converted immediately. Let's see if that's the case. And it's a masterful one. Wonderful. And that means our true knowledge was accepted. Speaking of being masterful, she now is a Shireling. Very cool. Let's begin the Lynchen, and we're definitely not sacrificing the Thrumbo for this. Let's begin the Lynchen. And let's have a few festivals. And it looks like we need a bigger festival room. Because this is getting mighty small. It's actually quite full. It's actually quite full. We have a royal tribute collector. We have a family of our Legolas, Sauron, Leowyn over there. So they are the royal tribute collector. We have Bubby, but Bubby is part of a quest. So we can't have Bubby being sold. We have a satisfying Lynchen. Awesome. Let's have a leader speech. Pippin, do your best, please. Do your best, please, Pippin. On your leader speech. Right there. Yup. So Pippin, do your best, please. Your last speech was not that great. And you had a terrible leader speech. Pippin, not that great. And let's have Samwise do his party. There we have a giant party with Samwise. He is throwing around the money over there. He's spending it. He's spending it all. He's doing Bilbo's fair. It's the fair of the Bree. He's doing Bilbo proud. And it is... What is it? Is it a good one? Is it a bad one? It is... Oh my god! What? Whoa. Okay. We had a wondrous fair. The war merchant is coming in. A combat supplier is coming in. An imperial trader is coming in. Another imperial trader is coming in. A war merchant is coming in. A shaman is coming in. Okay, that means it's gonna get a little bit laggy. It's gonna get a little bit laggy. Oh yeah, it's gonna get a little bit laggy. I can see the frame rate dropping. Yikes. Okay, Samwise, please trade with the Imperial trader. That's a lot of people. This is gonna suck. Do they have something interesting? They have a bison for us. So we're saying no to the bison. What else do we have? They have learning assistants. But we don't really have anything to sell. This is our problem. We have survival meals. Lag Olas and Bison. Well, Bison is very, very often used, but lag Olas, that's a good one. I accept the lag Olas. Alright, let's get to this guy over there. Oh, they have Arctic wolves. Ooh, they have Arctic wolves. Can we buy the Arctic wolves? Yes! We can buy the Arctic wolves. We finally have doggos in episode 15. We can buy the Arctic wolves. Finally. Finally, we can buy some dogs. Awesome. Finally, we can buy some dogs. Awesome. That's pretty cool. We can buy some dogs. Wonderful. We finally have some dogs. That's amazing. And they are male and female as well, which means we can get doggos as breedings. Awesome. That's very, very good. This will definitely increase our meat intake by a ton, but it's fine, really. The other vendors are over there. Please don't start a fight. There's so many of you. Please just don't start a fight. Oh my god, look at this. Please don't start a fight. That would be absolutely terrifying. Let's trade with these guys. I think we haven't traded with you. Oh my god, it's so many people. It's so many people. Do you have anything to sell? I don't think so. I don't think so. I will trade with you just so I have traded with you. Have I traded with you with a mole merchant bow? They have timber wolves. That's cool. They have timber wolves. We're getting more dogs. We're getting more dogs. Okay. Not what I expect to happen in this episode, but we got a lot more dogs now, which is great. Which is actually like super great. So, let's see. We have a steel mace to sell. We have a few knives to sell. Wooden mace to sell. Mace to sell over here. Okay. Oh my god, this is so many people. We now have even more dogs, which means we are taking this back to 4. Let's take this to 4. And we have timber wolves now. Let's take this to 4 as well. Let's take this to 4 as well. Oh my god, it's so many people. So many more animals. And we will take all of the timber wolves into here. And they will all be trained. So now we have Arctic wolves. We have timber wolves. We still have a husky. We have a cougar. We have a flash. We have... Oh my god. This is a lot. Have we traded with everyone? We have just traded with you. Is there someone else we can trade with? We have traded with Rhino. Oh my god, please just don't start a fight. Just don't start a fight, please. That would be absolutely horrifying if a fight would break out here. Remember, these people are technically people, so they insult each other and all of that stuff. So please don't do a fight. This would be terrifying. Absolutely horrifying. Okay, our food and kibble and everything will now increase by a massive amount. So let's look at our kibble production. Let's look at our kibble production, and I think we need a second table. I think we need a second table, and we need to move everything over. I think we need a second table. And I think we now need kibble, and we need 1,000 kibble, I think. Let's get 1,000 kibble gone. Let's make 1,000 kibble. Let's make 1,000 kibble. Because we now have 6 additional animals to handle. And we have... Well, now we have legendary work. We have a legendary dining chair over there. pretty good. Our hauling issues are soon gone. Soon we have haulers. Finally. We have finally someone who will haul the things. Let's get the geothermal processing plant over there. Let's get the hidden conduit over there. What is our most available stone? That would be granite. So we are making a structure out of granite over there. We're making a structure out of granite over there. We are making a door out of granite over there. And we are zoning this into a remove roof area so this thing doesn't cook itself. Alrighty, so that would mean this powerhouse thermal generator is soon done. Rosie is fully healed. Rosie is out as well. So Rosie will use the healer serum on herself, use healer max serum, and by process of elimination, Rosie should heal her dementia with it. And she's using it, and she heals it. Wonderful. That means Rosie is fully back on track. So, what I do not like is this current door setup. I currently dislike this door setup. So we are reinstalling this over here. We're reinstalling... let's see. We're reinstalling... this over here, this over here, and this will be over here reinstalled. I wanna double wall this to prevent leaking of the cooling or heat spilling in, that is. I wanna get this back on nice double wall systems. I wanna get this very much nice on double wall systems. We still haven't done the mining job over here. Let's have Rosie equip her drill as a sidearm. Is the hammer already made? No. The heater shield, however, is made. So let's get Rosie this. Let's look for our heater shield. Our heater shield is only good, unfortunately. Why is our heater shield unfortunately only good? Who did the heater shield? Sauron did the heater shield, but he did a bad job of it. How? How did Sauron make a bad job of the heater shield? Before you do that, can you please make the heater shield, my dude? Can you please make a good heater shield this time? There we go. And he has made an excellent one. Much better. Rosie, you will take our heater shield over there. You will force wear the heater shield, please. Uranium. We need uranium. We can't have uranium. Can we make a plasteel one? Can we make a plasteel one? Let's look at it. We can technically make a plasteel one. So let's look at the power of plasteel. Uranium is much better than plasteel. So plasteel is not a good idea. Steel is not a good idea. Silver... A jade mace might actually perform well too. So let's mine 3 of these guys, because this is jade, and a jade uranium mace might also do it. We have a female megasloth over here. Gollum is on Inspire Taming. Can you tame this? No. The Gollum cannot tame this. Can Gollum tame something else? Can Gollum tame something else? He could try to tame an ibex. Can you tame the ibex? Yes. So Gollum will tame the ibex, and then we have the next sacrificial lamb, so to speak, for our next Lynchen. Alrighty. Can these guys please leave? Because performance is quite sucky. Let's see over here. We can do this. We want to have an additional wall over there. Right, we want to have an additional wall over there. Have they mined out the thing already? Samwise is doing things. Why is Samwise the miner? Why is Samwise mining? Samwise, honestly, you should be off mining at this point. We have 2 miners. You should be off mining this point. Look at Gimli go. Look at Gimli go. Arctic Wolf 2 is pregnant, so the reproduction of our lovely doggos is already beginning. Very nice. Let's look at our Warhammer. Let's look at our Warhammer. Our Warhammer has material. Oh, it is still not home. Oh, there it is. Jade. So we can't make it out of jade. Is that true? We can't make it out of jade. Ah, that kind of sucks. So we can't make it out of jade. Oh, that kind of sucks. Because jade is considered... it's weird that we can't do it, actually. Alright, is it already connected? It is already connected. Wonderful. We have a vitals monitor now. Let's make pulse charged ammunitions. So we have massive damage upgrades. They need 39 medicine. So they need 39 medicine. Where are you guys? Where are you guys? You need 39 medicine. Alrighty. Pippin is the leader of the field. We don't need to convert anyone. Let's look at our proselytization. We have 14 points. I am pretty happy with how my ideology looks at the current moment. What I want to do, I want to change out the icon that we use. So Pippin, please give 39 to Dolphin. Why are you guys not wearing any backpacks? You are wearing backpacks. Okay, sure. Rosie's wearing a backpack. Are you wearing a backpack? You are wearing a backpack. Okay, everybody's wearing a backpack, so that's cool. The Pippin is gifting the medicine. Medicine is getting semi-low. Let's look at Rosie's age. Rosie is semi-old, so Rosie will definitely get a age reversal process. And we need more sleeping rooms. We need more sleeping rooms. We are maxing out our sleep rooms, so that is definitely something that has to change. We have a few plain leathers and light leathers over here. So let's look into our schedule, assignments. Let's look into assignments. Who is on building duty? Construction duty. Only Sauron is on construction duty. That's good. So let's look at animal beds. Plain leather. Let's look at plain leather. Plain leather is 230. So that needs 40. So we can make 5 of these things. So we can make 5 of these things. Plain leather. Plain leather is 230. And light leather is 120. So let's do a few more of these. I think that was actually one too many. What else do we have? We have... What else is this? This is camel hide. We have exactly 80 camel hide. Let's make a few camel hide animal beds over there. Alright. Okay, everything is pretty good so far. We need our fabrication bench. However, the fabrication bench takes a lot of grunt. So production. Oh, we have the drill rig as well. Right, this is another mod I need to take a look at. We have a drill system over here, which is pretty cool. So the fabrication table, fabrication bench is pretty giant. It's blocked by a marble chunk. Why? How is it blocked by a marble chunk? Does this need to move? This probably needs to move, right? Let's shrink this zone. Let's haul these things. There we go. And if we look now into the fabrication bench, now it works. We do not have any components currently. Ho 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 ho. We currently do not have any components. Haha. That is sucky sucky. So let's mine some components. We can do components, but we need the fabrication bench for it. Steel is fine. We still have hundreds and hundreds of these things. This is now built. This is great. Wonderful. Now we can go and get this made. So once this is done, this wall over there, we can immediately already tell the mining job. So let's get the mining job on the way. Let's get the mining job on the way. Mining over there, mining over there, mining over there, mining our own bits nets. Let's mine our own bits nets over there. This already is doored, so we can close this up. Alrighty. So many new animals. Who is already trained on hauling? Nobody is really trained on hauling. We have a refugee trader coming along. Alrighty. Masterwork. Let's look into our friendship points because we apparently am friendly everywhere. Can we look at our... How can we look at our relationship points again? How can we look at our relationship points again? How can we look at our relationship points again? There was a way to do this. How can we look at the relationship points again? Is there a way to do it? There was a way to look at the relationship points, but I failed to recognize how to do it. I failed to recognize how to do it. Rosie is doing things. Does Gimli need another H reversal? No. Does Sauron need another H reversal? No. Does Eowyn need a H reversal? No. Bam, bam, bam. Master, master, master work. There we go. We're getting a few things. Alrighty. These guys will receive our Arctic wolves. So we know where our Arctic wolves are. And we want to have our pet doggos, our timber wolves, there as well. Let's get this one to the husky. So let's get the husky reassigned to this one. Alright, so what's Sauron doing? What's Sauron doing? Waste pack drop. Uranium 1000. Ooh. She will deliver. Safely store them. I have never done this and we do not have a freezer set up. So we should set up a freezer, honestly. I think we should set up a freezer. We should set up a freezer system to finally accept the toxic waste pack things. So we should somewhere drop a fridge system, maybe here. I've never really done these types of quests, so I can't really speak to them. But what is Sauron doing? Sauron is smelting metal from slag. Interesting. Oh, you don't have any cloth anymore. I see. The Arconexus is available. We have reached the wealth requirements for the Arconexus. So here's the thing. We could abandon the entire base, almost all of the animals, and everybody except for 5 people and restart somewhere else. I don't want to do that. So we can bring 5 people and we can bring 5 animals everywhere to the map and restart our life. It is one of the possible endings in this game. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because we have built up this extremely big shire and I want to keep my Shire rolling. So I want to keep my Shire rolling, and that is why we are not doing the Arconexus. That would be a run for another time to make a Arconexus build happen. But for now, let's just keep on playing the Shire, because I don't want to ruin up the Shire, honestly. I think the Shire is really, really freaking great. We have cargo pods crashing nearby with 24 meals. That's pretty cool. And we have an inspiration-inspired creativity. We have a mood boost. Pretty cool. We have a public execution. We can't do any execution really. So let's just keep this right here. And that's pretty dope. Alrighty. I want to take this battery over there. And I want to get this into the freezer system. We're currently on 6,000 watt increased power, which will decrease just a tiny bit once we have our new updated freezer system going, garden system going. So let's put this over there. Let's have some pavement going on. So flooring, get some concrete over there, get some concrete over there. Get some power routed into here. Get some power routed into here. And we are connecting the power here as well. Alrighty, Gimli is getting us some components, which is quite nice. We should bring a gun over here. I know this is not America, but we should bring a gun over here. Yeah, we should bring a gun over here, honestly. Let's reinstall this over there, and let's bring a gun system over here. Do we have a shotgun available? This is a mini shotgun turret. It's a plasteel mini shotgun turret. And I think we're gonna build a gun system over there. Last time we had the unfortunate mega spider infestation, and to not prevent that, but at least like do a little bit of damage until it happens, I kind of want to get some shotgun turrets into here so that we can have a little bit more fun. Whoa, 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 whoa. So we have Calametia has restocked. We have another masterwork. We have another masterwork. That looks pretty cool. Let's get our Timberwolves into here. Let's get our Timberwolves into here. More Timberwolves, very cool. Timberwolves now have a place to sleep. Temperature is looking quite fine. It's a little hot over here. It's a little hot in here, but it is fine really. They're doing things. Happy days. Concrete has concreted. This is actually not closed yet. We need to actually close this. Sauron, this has priority, please. Sauron, this has priority, please. Because now the animals can go in there and eat our stuff. Oh, actually they don't. Doesn't matter. Let's just get this over with. There we go. Now let's bring all of these stones. Let's haul all of these. Let's haul all of these. Concrete once again. Concrete once again. Have new copies of the lamp situation. Have new copies of the lamp. Build a copy over there. Flooring. Soiling. Let's soil over there. Soil this. Soil this. Soil this. Soil this. And soil this place. Alrighty. That gives us 2 additional plantations. And I think this is clearly going to be psychoid. Because we are not producing enough psychoid to get our drug farm going. Because apparently we kind of suck. Let's give this right here another copy. Let's give this right here another copy. So our animals have a place to eat. Let's bring another copy of this over here. We have multiple stations where animals can eat. Let's bring another station over here, I think. We don't need this one. Let's bring another station over here so our animals can eat. Alright. Let's look into wildlife. We have a couple of Megasloth over here. Do we have someone with inspired taming? Inspired creativity, go frenzy. Sadly, we don't have an inspired tamer. We have an inspired trader, but that's about it. We have someone wearing tattered appeal. You're wearing a alpaca wool head piece. You should not be wearing this. You should be wearing the wonderful cowboy hat over there. You should be wearing this wonderful cowboy hat. Great. Hunter lacks suitable weapon, Rosie. Rosie will not be a hunter then, because she will be a melee fighter. Rosie will be a melee fighter. Alright, so Eowyn is no longer lactating due not to breastfeeding for 10 days. Okie dokie. They're making meals? They're making meals, cool. They're making meals. The double has been done, so the temperature should be a lot more stable now on this end, which is quite nice. But we can see there's a lot of traffic here. There's a lot of traffic here. We have a self-tamed alpaca, sure. Doesn't really matter to us. Imps of Fortune. Moss of Mos, a freeholder of the Refugee Empire, is making a request of you. 3 groups of imps from the glade of Resasonos have been harassing her caravans in the area. Mouse asks you to send them a challenge, directing them to attack and eliminate the threat yourself. It includes 1 Berserker Chief, 15 Berserkers, Penitents, and Warrior. Let's see, we could get 100 uranium out of this quest, but Archoid capsules. It could be pretty easy to deal with, honestly. It could be really easy to deal with, but we don't really need the Architech capsules because we're not getting into bio sculpting or gene manipulation anytime soon. So Sauron, please have a production command. Please have a production command. We have 4 melee people now, which is pretty good. 3 would have been enough, but we got 4 now. Alright, let's haul these guys over there. We don't have any more space to haul. So let's haul a bit more over there. Let's haul a bit more over there. Wonderful, they have done stuff. Let's till the soil. Let's till the soil. Wonderful, let's till the soil. Then we can get more psychoid rolling. Let's get another shotgun turret over there. Get another shotgun turret over there. Pulse charged ammunitions, wonderful. Now, gene processor archogenics. We're not really doing archogenics, honestly. Flesh shaping might be really nice because there is a laugh enhancer and an aesthetic nose. Toxin filtration, detoxify a lung and kidney. Starflight basics. Let's see, we shall do the multi-tools. We shall do the multi-tools. These multi-tools cost an unfortunate amount of money. Truly an unfortunate amount of money. But they're quite worth it. They are quite worth it. So this seems to be a high traffic zone over there. So let's make an auto door over there. So this seems to be very high traffic. Okay. And we need to get into the cabinets. The extremely amazing cabinets. But that means we need an access of power. We need an access of power. So let's look at how many steam geysers we still have. We still have 2. So we could tap into 2 more steam geysers over there. Do I actually wanna cut this off though? Don't think so. This got entirely destroyed. Most likely by the absolute insanity that were the traders. Okay, is there a steam geyser over there? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it, really. Eowyn is pregnant. Eowyn is pregnant. Okay. So. So who's the father? Who's the father? No idea. Who's the father? She's pregnant. So no idea. So Sauron. Sauron is becoming, well, another father. Sauron will become another father. Sauron already, well, Sauron fathered already 3 kids. So he now fathered a 4th kid with Eowyn. Keep in mind that Legolas is still around. Keep in mind that Legolas is still around. Keep in mind that Legolas is still around, so he has to see everything. So he has to see that his ex-wife, while he was dead, got into bed with another man, and they fathered 3 children. No, they fathered 2 children, and there is a 3rd one on the way. So Legolas is kind of being left alone by Eowyn, which kind of is weird. And we're not even trying for a kid. Like, we have a normal pregnancy chance. We're not even trying for a kid. So, quite interesting situation over there. We now have a fabrication bench. We are making a bionic leg for our dear Faramir. And do we need something else? Do we need something else? We need a bionic leg to replace the prosthetic leg. Pippin is getting a healing soon. Pippin is getting healing soon. Gilrain will get another leg as well. So we will make 2 bionic legs with Gilrain. We will do advanced components. Let's see, 10 at a time. We'll do advanced components 10 at a time. Do it until you have 10. So we only keep them on 10. And we will make a... where is it? Component. And we'll make 25 components at a time. Until we have 25 components. So we now can fabricate components, which is really nice. So... alright, this needs hauling. This should not be here. Right, this is happening, this is happening. Now, we need to transfer the butcher table over here. So we now have 2 butcher tables available. Because apparently, we're doing a lot of things. So we need to have a butcher table synced up over here. Now, the butcher table can be boosted by tool cabinets as well. But we don't have the room for it, really. We don't really have the room for it. But it is fine the way it is. Really. The freezer is looking quite happy. This can be upgraded. Let's expand the zone. Let's expand the zone again. Expand the zone, expand the zone. Have this be psychoid, please. And please have this be psychoid as well. Alright, that means we now have 10 planting zones. How many workers do we have on plant work? We have a few people on plant work, which is pretty nice. We have a few people on plant work. The priority system is pretty decent. Samwise is unfortunately stupid as heck, but we will get him into planting. Yeah, we will get him into planting. So let's get him into planting number 2. Samwise, your tools. Your tool is... Right, we did not want to get you into plants. We wanted you to be in... we wanted you to be in research. But honestly, so many people are researching already. We don't need you there. We don't really need you there, so we're getting you a... We're getting you a saw. A chainsaw. We're getting you a chainsaw, so you can help out at plant work, really. Yeah, you're gonna help out at plant work, really. Yeah, you're gonna help out at plant work. Alright. Legolas is rooming over there like he has no other job to do. Quite nice. This is now happening. Food-wise, let's look at food. We have a little bit low corn. We are a little bit low on corn. We have an inspired recruitment on Galadriel. So can we recruit this person? Do we actually want to recruit this person? Why are we even taking this person? I forgot why we took this person. I totally forgot why we took this person. She's not really useful. She's greedy. I don't know why we took this person. Can we just release her? Can we just release that person? I don't know why we took that person, honestly. I mean, she can't walk. She's still on paralytic abasia in 6 days. But I don't know why we took this person in. She's been there for a long time. I don't know why we took that person in. Let's look at food. We have 1,000 corn, which is not that great. We should look into getting more done, honestly. We have the first bionic leg done. So Faramir, you will get into glitter medicine. You will get a new operation. You will get a bionic leg on your left side. So left side will be a bionic leg. Alrighty. So, original name is still, yep. Faramir, who will do your procedure? Galadriel will do it. Galadriel will do the procedure. So that's cool. Galadriel's medicine skills is at a 10. It is pretty good. Let's hope that she does not do a bad job of it. And she totally did it. Bionic leg. Now Faramir is finally fast. He now has a bionic leg, but that is better than a wooden leg or even a prosthetic leg. So the new addition to his legginess is pretty cool. Speaking of new addition to the legginess, I think this needs to go. Because I want to expand my greenhouse system over there, or we shall do it over there and keep this space for our spaceship, because eventually we are in the journey to the stars and eventually we have to get off of this planet. Who needs a leg? Faramir has a new leg, and another leg will be on, I believe, on... not on Arwen. Another person needs a leg, right? Gilraine needs a new leg because she has a wooden foot. And well, wooden foots are not that great. And so we shall make another bionic leg. I know. And we have done a bionic leg. So, Gilraine will get a new operation. And her operation will be a left bionic leg. I know that she only has a foot as a problem, but we have to replace the entire leg. Samwise. Samwise, my dude. Would you please... Samwise, my dude. Would you please drop this and pick up the chainsaw as your sidearm? Lego loss. Terrible. 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 And we need some uranium. Gilrain still does not have a weapon. Gilrain still does not have a weapon. And is the procedure already done? No. Eowyn is doing the procedure. Let's see. Eowyn, your medical skill is 12. You're quite good at medicals. She's an expert. And the leg will be attached to Gilrain. Let's see if everything goes well. There we go. This looks to be a bionic leg. Wonderful. Now, Faramir and Gilrain have really nice legs available to her. And why is he has still anesthesia. Okay, so he still has anesthesia, so he's still a little lower. Food wise, we have meat, but we can't get any meat produced because the damn scorpions are still heading in. We have a trade ship passing nearby. You fool of a took, you need to do something. And let's see. They have bisons. We don't want to have any bisons. Let's see. We have Psychite. They have advanced components. We do want these advanced components. They have regular components. We do want these regular components. They do not have any uranium. However, we are producing yayo. We are producing drugs. Which is the whole reason why we're doing this, because we want to get more drugs for more money. And they have another flat screen television. We have a mega screen television, so pretty okay. Let's give them a few packaged survival meals and send them on their way. More advanced components, more regular components. Nice. I want to get Samwise on another trading run pretty soon. Let's get into tool cabinets. These things cost so much power. These things cost an incredible amount of power. However, they will accelerate this job that they have by a mega ton. So, let's get into tool cabinets. Okay, right here. This needs to be deconstructed, please. This needs to be deconstructed. We need this to be constructed. Let's construct this over there. Construct this, let's see, over there. Let's have a opening over here. All right. Build a copy over there. Over there. Over there. Over there. Over there. And over there. Very cool. This is getting much better. Let's concrete absolutely everything here. Let's concrete absolutely everything. Let's concrete absolutely everything. Of course, we will not concrete the wall because that means they would mine the wall. So that cannot be. Alright, this will cost a lot of material, but it is what it is. They're bringing in a lot of material though. Sauron is having a field day with his multi-tool. Look at him go! Holy crap! Look at him go! Look at this guy go! Holy crap, man! Alright, now we can make multi-tools. We can make this incredibly multi-tool, but it needs plasteel, uranium, and advanced components. Everything we do not have. Let's get into here. So, we have a few dead animals over there. However, we should get into another killing spree. We should get into another killing spree so we have a little bit more meat available when the time comes. So I think on the next day we're gonna take our main hunting unit. We're getting our main hunting party, and we're hunting all of the alpacas and mega sloths down here, so we can prepare for more meats. The timberwolves, 2 of timberwolves are already ready for hauling things. Alright. So everybody is woken up. We have a bulk goods trader coming in. Alright, we have a bulk goods trader coming in. That's pretty okay. So let's look at Legolas. Legolas is fine. Boromir is fine. Pippin is not fine. He needs food. So Pippin, can you please eat something? Please. Fine meal, vegetarian. Balin, lacking recreation. Well, that's fine. Only Pippin needs to eat something. So Pippin needs to eat something. Wonderful. Now let's get our hunting party going. Let's get our hunting party going. Over there. Boromir. Pippin. Balin. And Gollum. Gollum will join too. Gollum will join too. Now, Samwise, you're gonna trade with these guys. Can we have a trade caravan spot? Is that something that exists? No, not really. So, okay, we are already at trading range. Let's look at it. They have a lot of meat, which is pretty nice. I wanna get a little bit of that meat, honestly. I honestly want to get a little bit of that meat, so let's give them the ambrosia. Let's give them a little bit of yayo. Give them a little bit of yayo. We have excellent armors over here that we can sell. We have an excellent hat that we can sell. A hood that needs to be sold. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's buy all of the meat that you guys have so we can make some survival meals. Some chinchilla meats, some elk meat, some squirrel meat. Disgusting, but sure. The insect meat we're gonna keep. Let's buy all of this. Legolas is already here. The rest of the guys are already here as well. So Gollum is now in combat mode and range. And let's get into combat. Alright guys, so you have been quite good. So, shoot this, shoot this, shoot this, shoot this, and let's go. Really nicely done. 4 kills already. Wonderful. 4 kills already done. Let's mega sloth down. Excellent. Excellent. Quest expires in 14 hours. Waste pack drop. That's unfortunate. I would have liked the uranium. Unfortunately, we did not get any uranium. I actually did not check if they have uranium, but I don't think they will. Let's see. There is a turkey over there. Is there any other big animal? There is a mega sloth over there, so let's hunt the mega sloth. And there are some boom rats over there, or boomalopes. There are some boomalopes over there. Do you guys have uranium? You do not. Thought as much. I thought as much. So, let's see. Let's get this guy over there and hunt him down. There we go. Back to you guys. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. I have no idea what you mean by that, but sure. Alrighty. So, look into here. Food-wise, corn seems to be stable around 1,000, which is telling me we're not growing any food. So, they're doing a lot. Right. This is not what I wanted. So, let's copy the settings, paste the settings, please. Because we wanna get some kibble out into the system over there. Psychoid is being maintained. I need to get Samwise into trading duty. Honestly, Samwise needs to go out and Samwise needs to go trading. But I don't trust Samwise alone on this journey. And I think I will give him Rosie. I think we will give him Rosie. Yeah, Samwise and Rosie is gonna go on a journey. So, last time we went into Antioch and into the south. But first we need to make a few survival meals with these guys. And once these guys have made a few survival meals, we will take Samwise and Rosie on a journey to maybe find a few more cool things. We have someone idling, and that is Arwen once again, but Arwen sometimes just simply idles because she can't do any cheap labor. Alright, sometimes she can't do any cheap labor. That's fine though. That is totally fine. Why is Rem fully loaded? What is your inventory? You have kibble in your inventory, sure. We have an exotic goods trader, a ship passing nearby. Let's call the ship. And the ship tells me that they have a goat. They have, what else do they have? We have thrombo milk, which is basically a super drug. Do you have anything else? You do not have anything else. They have a mega screen, which is nice, but we don't need it. We don't need it. They have a few side trainers. They have a skill trainer of melee. Ooh. They have a melee skill trainer. They have a melee skill trainer. That's pretty dope. I want that. I want that melee skill trainer. And everything else is pretty good. However, we still do not have a second thrombo. We want to have a second thrombo. We have a skill trainer. There it is. And who is going to take that skill trainer? Who needs it the most? Who needs it the most? We have an 11 on Rosie, a 12 on Gimli, a Balrog on 10, and an Arwen on 12. So Rosie will get the skill trainer and become much better on having skills. Gilrain has a weapon, so we need Rosie on melee duty. But Rosie does not have any melee weapons currently, which is not great. So I think Arwen will get the melee hammer. Where is Arwen currently? Arwen is currently here. I think Arwen will drop the melee hammer for now. And Rosie will pick up the melee hammer. Because Rosie and Samwise need to go on a journey. I think Rosie and Samwise need to go on a journey. So that's fine. So Rosie is now equipped with her warhammer and with her heater shield. And I think Rosie and Samwise now can go on a journey and have a little sail on our friends and give them some things. Alright. Everything looks quite good though. And I think it will not take long. I think once we have like the Tool 5 cabinet researched, we're gonna start getting into the end game. And I think we're gonna start building the reactor. Once we start the reactor, 15 days of an enemy barrage will come in. So that means we will prepare a lot of food. That means we will prepare a lot of defense. And simply we will have a onslaught of enemies. So we need some wake up medicine as well to keep them alive. I don't know if they will use drugs. I kinda don't want to use drugs in this playthrough. I think at the beginning of the game we decided to not use any drugs. So that will be interesting how that will work out. We have a party going on. Gimli is throwing a party. Interesting. Gimli is throwing a party. Okay. The kibble has been distributed. Quite nice. Alright, so everything is pretty cool. Everything here is cool. Now, pulse ammunitions. There are two types of pulse ammunitions. The charge rifle, which is basically a better assault rifle, and we have the charge lance, which is basically a sniper rifle. We will only do this if this guy has an inspiration for crafting, because that means we can make a legendary weapon out of it. Okay. Let's look at wildlife. Wildlife, we do have mega sloths on the field. Does somebody have inspired taming? We have... Does somebody have inspired taming? No. Nobody has inspired taming, unfortunately. So let's get Legolas. Boromir. Let's get everybody, I think. Let's get everybody and Gollum into combat mode. We have one over there that we need to take care of. So let's go in. I would like to tame them, but since Megasloths are such a risk, we will only do it with an inspired taming. Who's taking so long? Gollum is taking so long. Gollum, head on out. Let's leave this to these guys. Come on, shoot. Guys, shoot. There we go. Another food pile for us. We have another Megasloth to take care of over there. So let's get on out. Another Masterwork Boots. Sauron is doing good work. Oh, something's loading. We have a quest active. Mineral Screen Station will expire in 46 days. The tribe of Combo informed us about a mineral screening station near the Shire of Hobbiton. Despite the main building being destroyed, the automatic defense remains operational, and we won't be treated as hostile for unknown reasons. This implies we can recover most of the resources without a hindrance. This sounds like a trap. This sounds like a huge trap. This sounds like a huge trap. Shall we do this or shall we ignore it? It sounds like a huge trap. For whatever reason, the automated system is not seeing us as enemies. Very, very sus. Very sus. Shall we do it? Shall we ignore it? Very, very, very sus. Very sus. Nice explosion. Nice explosion. Let's get back home. Your guys doing great. Very sus. Very, 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 very sus. Oh no, we have ducks. We have duck. Oh my god, these ducks all need to be slaughtered. Immediately. These ducks need to be all slaughtered, because once they lay eggs and they reproduce, it's gonna get out of control. They can reproduce faster than we can actually kill them. So we need to kill them immediately. We need to kill they immediately. Yeah, it's pretty sus. It's pretty sus. It is definitely from a mod. It's definitely from a mod. But it sounds very, very, very dangerous. And I just noticed that there is no light in here. I just noticed that there is absolutely no lighting in there. We need to change that. There's absolutely no lighting in this room. We need to change that. There's absolutely no lighting in this room. We need to change this. Nobody likes to go into a dark freezer. But we're getting our survival package meals, which is really nice. So we're getting that, and there's our lights. Now the light has been activated. Very cool. So once the next day begins, our journey of Rosie and Samwise is going to begin, and we have legendary work. Another boot. Alrighty. Now, Rosie, do you need a age reversal? No, you're back on full health. Pretty cool. Faramir is pretty high on moving and all of that stuff, so he's pretty good. Gilrain has a bionic leg, so she is moving just a tad bit faster, but she has trotter hands because she is what? A idiot? I don't know where to oh, because she's a pigskin. She's a pigskin, and that's why she has trotter hands. We still don't have Aragorn, so Aragorn is still not available for us. Now, Sauron will do the unspeakable. Sauron will begin crafting Helm's Deep. Sauron will begin crafting Helm's Deep. So that means we need defense. Defense, where is it? Security, spike traps, granite spike traps. Now we need to spike trap everything. If we look into here, that means we need to spike trap like this. However, I want to leave the center one off because that could produce problems. Alrighty. Let's do this. Technically, I don't need to do this because we have modded these spike traps to be close to each other, but I still wanna use this as intended. So we can go outside here, we can go outside here, so that's fine for me. That's totally fine for me. Alrighty. So let's have this over there as well. Now this still needs to be done. So this still needs to be moved like this. Then we need a bridge system. So that means we need a structure. We need a bridge system over here, so that my guys can simply walk over there without any worries. Now we're granite spike trapping this entire thing. We're granite spike trapping this entire thing. And yeah, that is about it. That is about it. So, which of the furs we have abundant? Nothing. Okay, we don't have anything abundant right here. So let's let them construct anything here so that they can do the first line of defense. Right. Because again, I don't like using the kill box, but it obviously works. We have seen that now many times. So that obviously works. And once we start the reactor, fun times happen. Now, world. We have a settlement over there. We have another 2 settlements over there. They are all the Legozu nation. They're all the Legozu nation. So we have an abundant mine over there. We have a mineral screening over there. However, we have hostiles over there. So we might want to gift these hostiles a little bit, so we get them to friendly status. So let's make them... Let's have a trip over here. Send a caravan. We're gonna send Rosie. We're gonna send... Where is he? Samwise. Samwise and Rosie. We're gonna send Rem, and we're gonna send a stallion. We're gonna send this stallion, so the movement speed is pretty cool. Let's give them a little bit more kibble because we are on a long journey. So let's give them a little bit more kibble. Give them a little bit more kibble. We're gonna give them all of our survival meals. We're going to give them all of our survival meals. They will have their 2 bedrolls legendary, which is pretty nice. Let's have a little bit more medicine, because we never know what will happen. And items wise, we always make this mistake. We will not do this mistake now. We're gonna give them Psychite as well on the journey. Our Psychite is running pretty low though. So no idea why that is happening, but our Psychite is running pretty low. Let's take all of the leather. Take all of the leather over here. Heavy fur we leave. Rumble milk, we don't really have anything to sell. So we're taking the money with us as well. Yeah, we're definitely taking our money with us. Yep, we're definitely taking our money with us. We will take a lot of the gear as well. We will take a lot of the gear as well. We will take a lot of the gear as well. That means that Sauron has to redo pretty much everything right here. But I think that is fine. I think that is fine. If Sauron has to redo most of the work, he has to redo most of the work. It's totally fine if he has to do this. I don't know if he is actually on 20 crafting already, which I don't think he is. I don't think he's actually on the maximum crafting. We'll check that pretty soon. We know that the light plates, nobody wants to buy them. That is an unfortunate side effect of the mod. Nobody really wants to buy these things. Let's give them 2,000 gold as well, 2,000 silver as well, and a little bit of gold. Let's give them a little bit of gold just for safeties. All of this is fine. All of this is fine. All of this is fine. Okay. I think we're good to go to send them on their way. Let's send them on their way. Let's send them on their way. All right. Good. Let's send them on their way. Samhain and Auron need to learn. We have a Psychite addiction of Samhain. That is to be expected. However, we do not have a lot of Psychite left. Which is a lie. We have a lot of Psychite tea left. Which is actually a lie. Why is the Psychite tea not accounted for? Why is the Psychite tea not accounted for? Oh well. Can we still change the caravan stuff? We do not. That's fine. It's fine, really. We do have Psychite tea. I hope they are taking Psychite tea with them, because they are gonna have some withdrawal. They are definitely gonna have some withdrawal if they don't take them with it. I think we should pretty much get into a battery room pretty soon, because we're lacking battery backups. We have 4 batteries in all essence, and let's agree, that's pretty shit. That's pretty shit. So, let's see. This is happening. This is pretty good. We're getting pretty low on granite blocks, but as we know, we can get all of these blocks from our vendors, so that is not a big deal. Alright, Psychoid is happening. However, we do not have any Psychoid to actively produce any of our yayo. So let's see. Ah, Galadriel is prioritizing yayo. I see. Okay. They're making more stuff though, which is nice. Alright. Quest expires. The Imps of Fortune. We're not doing this. It's only 100. It's only 100 uranium, so we're not doing that. We have, however, plain leather over here. Lots of plain leather. 170. So, if we look into security, sandbags, and a plain leather sandbag, that means we can now do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 50. That's 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. So we can already prepare this part of Helm's Deep. This is illuminated? Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. This is illuminated. This, however, is not illuminated. This, however, is not illuminated. So, let's take a wall lamp. Since this is not illuminated here, I kind of hate it. But let's illuminate it. Alright. People shoot bad in the dark, so we're not gonna do that. So our tamers have a lot of things to do. They're training now a lot of animals. But I want to upgrade our food. Because if I look into this, yeah, we're producing a lot. That is true, we're producing a lot. But that means we are overproducing hay massively. We're overproducing hay absolutely massively. So this hay will move into corn, please. We're massively overproducing hay. So we need to get that out of there. Caravan arrived at the swamp. So let's have a trade. Do you guys have any psychite? You guys have psychite, but only 19. Let's give you 10 more psychite. Let's give you 10 more psychite. Now, what do these guys have to sell? First of all, they have a lot of money. They have a lot of money, so let's sell them a lot of gear. Let's see, what else do they have? They do not have any interesting, really. Yep, they do not have any interesting, really. They have a few components, so we're gonna buy a few components. That's about it. They don't have anything nice to sell, really. So let's sell them. Now let's get into the gifting mode. Let's give them a few of the packaged survival meals until we have reached 9 friendship points. Now they have much higher friendship points. They're now at 100. So if we look into here, they are now on 100 as well, and our caravan is moving. Nice. That means our caravan is moving. Nice. Alrighty. Sauron has his absolute hands full. So the next big job is getting more food. Because our food is honestly getting really short on supply. I dislike that. So we need to get more food going. I want to get the food going here. So let's make a plan. Now, let's plan this over to... So what's the plan again? It was 11 by 11. So is it 11 by 11? It is a 12 by 11. It is a... Am I daft? It is a 11 by 11. So it is an 11 by 11. So let's plan an 11 by 11. Let's plan an 11 by 11 over here, and we just have to remove the corner. We just have to remove the corner over there. Remove the corner over here. And remove the corner over here. Remove the corner of this. Remove the corner of this. Okay. Something doesn't look right. Honestly. Because I moved this to the wrong side. Haha. I removed this to the wrong side. So plan 11 by 11. That is more how it should look. But I see something concerning. We have a few floor tiles over there. So there might be water that we have to drain first. Let's remove the flooring. Remove the flooring over here, because there are a few floor tiles over there. Let's reduce the zone by this. Let's cut these woods down because we want to have 2 extra food supplies. Because let's face it, we are overstacking hay like crazy. We are overstacking hay like absolutely crazy. How high is this storage? This storage is unimportant. So this storage is unimportant. So let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. Let's take these 3. Let's link these 3. Let's beat them on critical. We're clearing everything and we're making hay the only thing that these things will stack on. So they can only have hay on them. So let's research the next tool cabinet. We have researched the nice tool cabinet. So let's build these nice tool cabinets. Tool cabinet level 4. This needs 1,000 watt to function. This needs 1,000 watt to function, but man, does it make a difference. It makes a huge difference. It makes a humongous difference to have these active. So let's see. We are facing an issue though. We're facing an issue. We're facing an issue. This fabrication bench, we need to remove this. We need to rearrange the entire... We need to rearrange the entire system over there. Yep, we need to rearrange this entire thing. So let's reinstall this over here. Let's reinstall this over here. We need to rearrange this. This sucks, but we have to do it. We have to rearrange this. We have to rearrange this thing. Okay. Let's cancel this. We need to rearrange this because the fabrication bench over here cannot see these cabinets. So we have to centralize the cabinets more. Alrighty, then next trade is happening. And we have some blocks over here, which is nice. We can buy these. We can buy these blocks. We have... Samwise is not really a good negotiator. He's kind of stupid. Let's get rid of the 5 thrombo milk that we have. They do have components, 3 of them. Let's get 3 of these guys. We cannot buy any of these meats because these meats will honestly just spoil. So, trade with Beerbor, please. They're already at Beerbor. Let's see, they do have donkeys, but they have absolutely nothing of interest. We can give them more dress-up stuff. But they have absolutely nothing of interest. So let's accept. We can only attack these guys. We can only attack these guys. Are you hostile as well? You are hostile as well. We can offer gifts to these guys, however. We can offer gifts. Why can we offer these guys gifts, but not these? They offer to buy pretty much everything. So let's offer these guys a few gifts, I think. We have Marullo there. So let's trade with Marullo. Let's trade with Marullo. Pippin has another leader speech available to him. Can you do a leader speech? But you have performed it recently. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, Sauron is happy building. Sauron is building. We have camel hides. So let's take the camel hides. And we have some camel hides over there? No. So we have camel hides. We have 170 camel hides. Security. Camel hide sandbags. This kind of looks bad, so let's remove this one. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I don't know. I forgot to count. It should be roughly here. It should be roughly here. Yeah, it should be roughly there. Okay. Gollum is researching, that's fine. Flash is at home. Of course, animal filth is always a problem. That is why we want to have more... We have colonists idle. Leowyn is idle. Why is Leowyn idling? She's reading something. Let her read. Let her read. But everything is looking really good, honestly. Everything is looking really, really good. But this needs to move. But this can't move. Okay, so this can't move. So let's move this thing. Let's move this in a little bit. Oh, how are we managing this? How are we managing this? We can bring this heater. We can bring this heater over there. We can bring this heater over there. Then we can reinstall this one over there. We can reinstall this one over there. And we can reinstall this one once this thing has been moved over there. And of course nobody wants to do it, and I need to wait for the next day. We have a caravan with us. They want to trade with us. Do they have something interesting? They do not. So let's move on, please. Let's move on, please, and let's get to Marullo. Alright, everything here is done. Helm's Deep is being constructed. Really nice. Helm's Deep is definitely in construction zone now. So once this is done, we're feeling semi-safe. Our biggest problem is drops. When the enemy drops inside of the base. That is our biggest issue and our biggest danger. That is why we placed down some turrets that we can give them a mind of their own. While we do this, I want to get some power over there as well, but we should finish this crafting building zone over there first. Let's have Pippin a work drive on Sauron, and Sauron will have a production command and be much faster. Alright, so these guys are doing stuff, that's cool. This is now moved, so let's reinstall this thing over there. Alright. He's working now as a madman. Let's look into his speed. Let's look into his speed. Can we see his working speed? Can we see his working speed? The MTB loving factor. The MBT loving factor. He has a general work speed of 220%. And he has a construction speed of 677%. My god, is this guy fast. He does incredible work. Look at this speed. Woo! Sauron is doing good things. Sauron has been really strong in this endeavor so far. Sauron has been really strong. Everything is lit up as well. We have light everywhere. This is nice. Alright. We have already done this, or successfully ignored it, no matter how you want to look at it. Alrighty, we're getting more Timberwolves. We just received the notice that we have given birth, and we have already 3 Timberwolves available for us. Pretty cool. We already have the Timberwolves. We can already begin training them with Guard. We have an exotic goods trader. So our socialist skill is on Eowyn. So Eowyn, please call whatever ship is here. And let's see your negotiation price. Look at this. Eowyn can negotiate by 30%, while Samwise, our fool of a took, our briber, can only do 9%. Pretty insane. There are caribous, which is pretty cool. Caribous, never seen those, but we have already way too much. However, Glitter World Medicine, the big yes. Advanced Components is a big yes. Let's sell them these pucks over there. Nobody wants to give us any uranium, which is a little concerning. Nobody wants to give us any of that. Let's sell some yayo as well, so we get some money back. Right. This is pretty good. We got some advanced components. We got some Glitter World Medicine. This is nice. This is a good trade. This is a good trade. What's the caravan doing? The caravan is almost there. Almost there. Eoric is still alive. How old is Eoric? Eoric is 22 years old. Pretty cool. Eoric is 22 years old. How old is our Mega Sloth? Where's Flash? Flash is 10 years old. Flash is doing really great as well. Flash is doing really good as well. Wildlife. Let's look at wildlife. We have a Mega Sloth roaming over there. We need a female Mega Sloth. Is that correct? Where's Flash? Flash is a female. So Flash is a female. We need a male Mega Sloth. Oh, Bobby is healed and Bobby is now finally being let go. Finally being let go. And these guys are back. Wonderful. We kind of want to give them gifts. They have nothing really that they want to buy. Yeah, they have nothing really to buy. So let's give them a few gifts. They have dog leather, which is fine, I guess. Let's give them a few gifts. Let's give them a lot of money. Let's give them a lot of money. 3,000 silver. Let's give them a lot of packaged survival meals as well. Sure. Let's give them a lot of packaged survival meals as well. Let's give them all of the jade. Now that is a plus 60 on the friendship scale. And let's see what plus 60 does. And we have now allies. And we are now on 88 friendship points with these guys. So let's trade with them again. That means we need to get 12 more points. And we get 8 more points. And now they're on a 96. Now they're on a 96. But my people do not have any other things to do. So let's enter the Shire of Hoppington. They're back in about 2 days. We have 4 colonists idle. Why? Why are you guys idling? Are you guys finished? Are you guys like actually like finished? Limestone wall. You can already bring a few limestones into here, guys, if you'd like. Like you can bring you can bring over a few stuffs. I actually wouldn't mind if you like would bring anything over, really. I actually wouldn't mind if you would like bring anything over. Like you can just bring stuff over, guys. You don't have to idle. All right, this has moved. So let's reinstall this thing over there. Get the chair over there as well. The light we leave in because the floodlight is doing great things. Alright. Now we need to center all of these things. Okay, so once they're centered, they're pretty much touching everything. So we need to center these things. Okay, good thing. We need to center them. We can do that. Helm's Deep is coming along. Everything has been materialized. It still needs to be done. And let's get Balin. Let's get a few more workers in. Balin can do the work as well. Eowyn is pretty shitty, so we kind of need someone else with construction. But Balin is now allowed to help with the construction. I think Balin needs to have a multi-tool. The multi-tool is incredibly expensive. Super duper expensive. And I don't even think that we can make one. Because we're lacking the uranium to do it. Yep, we lack the uranium to do it. So we can't suspend this immediately because we lack the uranium to do it. Kinda sucky. There is no uranium on the field anymore. I can see it. Oh, we do have uranium. Would you look at that? We have uranium. Let's vein mine this. We actually have uranium. Ha! Interesting. We have uranium. Interessante. We have uranium. Interessante. Now, Balin is a ranged user, so he should still be able to take the multi-tool. Gimli is working? Gimli is working. Look at him go. That's uranium, my dear. Alrighty. That means it's multi-tool time. That means only Sauron is able to do this. And he will do a multi-tool. Warhammer is only Sauron's job, so he will do a uranium Warhammer as well. We haven't had much luck with royalty weapons so far, unfortunately. Alright, this thing is being built. You know what? This can be cancelled because I wanna do this really quickly. Because I wanna fill this up. Just a tad bit. Okay. Everything is doing stuff. They're replanting trees, so we got another wood supply. We have a lot of wood, but that's fine because now we will get more art going. So let's do a little bit more art. Let's do like 50 art. Now, the most important thing is we need to move this stuff into here. Let's move this stuff into here. And only... the problem in here lies that these are not touching. Oh, these have a bigger range. This thing. These have a bigger range than these. Interesting. So they have a bigger range. Oh, they have a bigger range. So I need to move everything in just a tiny bit closer. I see. So I need to move everything in just a tiny bit. Aha. I need to move everything in just a tiny bit because not all ranges are created equal. I see. Not all ranges are created equal. Okay. That's interesting to know. Not all ranges are created equal. Haha. That's a good thing to know. Now, that means... let's reinstall all of these things. First of all, in a centered area. Now, these things in a centered area. That also means if we take the tool cabinet over here. And these are touching everything as well. Alright. But that means they're touching everywhere as well. Okay. These need only components and steel. Okay, we still have a little bit of steel left. Fine. Sauron is working a lot of things. Our puppies are being trained. That's pretty cool. Look into animals. We have more puppies to be trained. That's pretty cool. We have an Arctic wolf puppy already. So the first Arctic wolf puppy is coming in. So hauling is soon a thing of the past. So hauling will go on to the back foot. Hauling will completely go to the back foot of our people. They no longer have to do it. We have so many animals possibly for now that they no longer need to do any hauling. So we need to have this right here still free. This needs to be still free for tool cabinets. So yeah. So that means theoretically I could just simply reinstall this over here. And all of these benches would hit. All of these benches would hit. So let's reinstall this over here. Reinstall this over there. And this right here will be installed over here. This will be reinstalled over here. So every bench is hitting this now, because now we have 212% on this thing. Because it has a bonus from tool 3, tool 3, tool 2, tool 2, tool 1, tool 4. Alright. So this cabinet is now massively pushed, which is nice. We have an inspired surgery on Galadriel. I know I shouldn't be saying this. I know I shouldn't be saying this. But we haven't been raided so far. I know I shouldn't be saying this. But we haven't been raided so far. This has been a semi-quiet episode. Not gonna lie, this has been a semi-quiet episode so far. And the episode will come to an end relatively soon. Let's see. Uranium is in. Yup, uranium is in. Now, Sauron. Sauron, my dear Sauron. I need you to prioritize the smithy for a moment. Because I want you to make a hammer so that Arwen can defend herself. Because currently Arwen is definitely missing a warhammer. There it is. The warhammer. Caravan arrived at the Shire of Hobbing. They're back! They are back. Very cool, they're back. That means this Thrumble right here needs to lose all of her gear. This Thrumble needs to remove all of her gear. And this Stallion right here only has berries, so she can drop that as well. And now our animals will just do the simple thing of getting everything sorted. Is the hammer done? It is an excellent hammer. Which tells me that Sauron is not a master crafter yet. No, he's on 19. He's not on 20 just yet. He's getting there, but he's not there just yet. So, Arwen, please equip your warhammer. Please equip your shears. You can't because you have a full gear, so please equip your shears. Why can't you wear this? Melee slot's full. You can't use the shears. Why? Why can't she use the shears? She used to be able to do that before. She's not able to do it now. Interesting. So you need a tool as well. Interesting. So you need a tool as well. Okay, so that means we need more multi-tools. We need 2 multi-tools. That means we need 2 multi-tools. Okay, that means we need 2 multi-tools. Fine. Fine. We're just gonna make 2 multi-tools. They're expensive. Like, they're really, really, really expensive. but they're super worth it. However, we are getting somewhere. We're definitely getting somewhere. Helm's Deep is being constructed, so Helm's Deep is on its way. That's really, really nice. We need to look at upgrading our power semi soon with another geothermal extractor. But overall, this has been a very successful episode, and I think we're gonna get into the ending, because thank you very much for watching. We have reached the end of today's stream. If you enjoyed this, well, you know where to find me. Come on, head on over. Wednesdays is usually RimWorld Day. However, tomorrow is Thursday, and we're gonna do another RimWorld stream tomorrow and on Monday as well, because we are lacking episodes on YouTube. I basically have 0 buffer left on YouTube, so we need to do a few more RimWorld episodes. So join us tomorrow when it's time for the Shire to further build Helm's Deep, and we are looking into expanding our food supplies, and then we need new bedrooms. This is our primary new task. Finish up Helm's Deep, or the first part of Helm's Deep, because it's getting any better. And thank you very much for being here, my dear Fox. And we need our food supply increased, and we need our bedroom situation sorted out, because we have 2 people, Gilrain and Rosie, who do not have their own bedroom. This needs to change. We need to upgrade the med bay as well with our vitals monitors. And do we have medical beds already? We still don't have medical beds, so we still have to look into medical beds as well. I just saw we do not have any hospital beds. So we need to get into hospital beds, into vital monitors. We need to do so many things. So until then, next episode, thank you very much for watching. You know where to find me, and have a good one. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao, guys.